There's so much to childhood eye cancer. Child's life in sight, parents, adult survivors. Maybe our stories can't change the world, but we can add pieces to the puzzle to help complete the picture, raising awareness and empowering by shining a light on childhood eye cancer. This is the Ray of Hope. Meet LaCurie, a 20-year-old college student and bilateral retinoblastoma survivor from northern Louisiana. Her RB story begins when her mom, Chantel, noticed changes in LaCurie's vision, like when a young toddler was watching television.
She would notice that I would have to sit up on the TV and squint. A family friend suggested that I go and get checked out, and that's when I went to the ophthalmologist and got diagnosed.
Diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma, LaCurie was eventually treated at St. Jude's in Memphis, Tennessee. Receiving both chemotherapy and radiation, she still lost both of her eyes to the aggressive cancer by the time she turned 3 years old. Where you live can play a major role in determining your access to services.
I probably grew up in one of the best parishes. I had a vision teacher there to basically provide everything I needed.
Like learning Braille and access technology, such as screen readers and note-taker devices that are sort of like laptops with the ability to output electronic Braille. The oldest of 3 siblings and the only one to have the RB gene, LaCurie is comfortable with being unique. She doesn't fit stereotypes.
I was not into music. At the age of 5, I was introduced to a local running club. For the longest time, up until probably a year ago, I ran track.
She didn't just run track. She participated in all sorts of events.
I was a sprinter. I ran the 1, 2, and 400, the discus, shot puts, but my best event was the long jump.
LaCurie competed in Gumbo, or Games Uniting Mind and Body, a track and field program designed for school-aged children with physical or visual disabilities. It's at Gumbo where she honed her skill for long jumping. Her coach acts as an audible beacon standing at the end of the runway.
You're pretty much depending on someone else to, help you. At the time, I counted my steps.
That independent nature goes beyond sports. In 2012, LaCurie was working hard to make the Paralympic team.
Well, that didn't work out. I just wasn't ready for that yet. But
the following year, back at the final trials in Arizona,
I jumped around 4 meters, and the Paralympic coach was there.
This was well past her prior jumps, so she herself was a bit surprised.
I guess I didn't know that I could jump that far.
The jump got her to the World Championship in France. LaCurie is no longer active in track and field. She's focused on her schoolwork.
I'm currently at Louisiana Tech University majoring in political science, and I plan to minor in history. That's my primary focus right now.
LaCurie is a cane traveler who gets around campus independently. And there's that independent thing I mentioned earlier. As a bilateral survivor, that trait is good to have, especially when it comes to managing your health. At only 20 years old, she's on top of that, which we know is important.
There is a risk for people with bilateral retinoblastoma to have a secondary cancer.
Although LaCurie describes herself as a self-diagnosed hypochondriac, she's really managing her health. Information today now more accessible. She has multiple methods for staying informed.
Constant research, keeping in touch with the Facebook group, the RB Survivors group, and just staying on top of the information that my doctors shared with me.
As an alumni of the St. Jude's program, she continues to be monitored for other cancers and various effects of radiation. LaCurie strikes me as a young lady who's learned that her hard work and determination, along with her natural independent spirit, can help her accomplish whatever she sets her mind to. Her experience with track and field are just examples of more surprises that are in store for her as she continues to strive for her goals.
I guess I didn't know that I could jump that far.
Here's to you, LaCurie. May you continue leaping forward, surprising yourself, and setting new personal bests.
Yep.
On behalf of the entire Reed family, we officially welcome you as a member of the Ray of Hope, shining a light on a rare childhood eye cancer. Supporting World Eye Cancer Hope, life in sight for every child. Donate at therayofhope.org. That's THERAEOFHOPE.org. Share the post and help us spread awareness. I'm Thomas Reed, and thanks for watching.